It was a cold Friday night in March 2014 when Mia Lawson, a 28-year-old single mother, accepted what she thought would be her final ride of the night. She was a part-time rideshare driver, picking up late-night fares to make extra money for her son's school tuition. The pickup ping came in at 11:44 p.m., just as she was about to go offline. It was from the River North District, a trendy, bustling part of Chicago known for its bars, art galleries, and shadows that linger longer than they should. Mia texted her sister 3 minutes later. "Last ride. Home soon. Love you." That was the last anyone ever heard from her. When Mia didn't return home by morning, her sister Alana grew concerned. It wasn't like Mia to not check in, especially with her son sleeping next door. She called her repeatedly. No answer. By noon the next day, Mia's phone had stopped ringing entirely. It was going straight to voicemail. Chicago PD treated the case with the usual protocol. Maybe Mia had gone off the grid for personal reasons. Maybe she needed a break. But Alana pushed harder. She wouldn't leave her son, she insisted. Something's wrong. On Sunday morning, 36 hours after Mia's last known ride, her white Toyota Camry was found under Lower Wacker Drive, a gloomy, dimly lit underpass in the heart of downtown Chicago. The location was infamous for crime, drug drops, and being a place where GPS signals vanished. Her car wasn't hidden. It was simply there, parked awkwardly near a cement pillar. The driver's side door was wide open. The keys were still in the ignition, and Mia Lawson was gone. Inside the car, investigators discovered Mia's phone tucked between the seat cushions. The battery was dead, but once charged, it revealed a chilling discovery. The voice recorder app had been running for nearly an hour before the phone powered off. The audio begins with soft music playing from the radio, followed by what sounds like a man's voice giving an address. Then, 22 minutes in, "Mia, softly sorry. I think we missed the turn. Should I double back?" Unidentified male voice. "No, just go straight. I know a faster way." The next 10 minutes are filled with silence, aside from occasional breaths and the faint hum of the car engine. At minute 33, there's a sudden change. Mia nervously, "Wait, where are we? This doesn't look like." Male voice, firm, "Stop the car." Then a scuffle, the sound of something hitting the dashboard. The recording ends with what sounds unmistakably like muffled crying. And a whisper. Male voice, very faint, "She saw too much." The passenger no one knew. Rideshare records showed Mia had picked up a passenger named Eli C. The account was recently created with no photo, no previous rides, and a prepaid card attached. The ride was requested from a burner phone traced to a liquor store dumpster. Surveillance footage showed Mia's Camry pulling over on Grand Avenue, and a tall man in a gray hoodie getting in. His face was never caught on camera. The next time the car appeared on surveillance was when it was discovered empty under Lower Wacker. The rideshare app showed the destination as Homewood Station, but Mia never made it close. 6 days into the investigation, police received an anonymous call from a payphone in Englewood. The male voice was raspy, hurried, and offered just one line: "Check the underground tunnels." She's not the first. Chicago has an elaborate network of service tunnels and utility pathways, some dating back to the Prohibition era. The most notorious ones run beneath Lower Wacker Drive. Many of them sealed off decades ago, but some still accessible to those who knew how to get in. Search teams scoured the underground system for days, but found no sign of Mia. Only graffiti, burnt-out candles, and a rusted folding chair in one chamber, with restraints tied to the arms. On the wall, scratched into concrete, "I was just trying to get home." In the following weeks, 2 more rideshare drivers, one in Aurora, another in Cicero, came forward with eerily similar stories. Both reported a male passenger named Eli asking to be taken toward Lower Wacker. Both described feeling uncomfortable during the ride, and both said the man changed destinations mid-route. Fortunately, they got out before things escalated, but none of them could describe his face. One said he wore dark glasses even at night. Another said he kept glancing at his reflection in the rearview mirror, not at her, but at himself. The police created a sketch based on vague descriptions. Tall, lean, gray hoodie, dark gloves. But nothing concrete came of it. To this day, Eli C. remains untraceable. Her son's message. Months passed. Alana took over custody of Mia's son, Jordan. The boy, only 6 years old at the time, refused to believe his mother was gone. One night, Alana heard the boy talking to himself in the living room. "I heard Mommy's voice. She said she's cold." When asked what he meant, Jordan pointed to a toy walkie-talkie and said, "She talks to me in here sometimes." Creepy? Yes. But what chilled Alana more was what happened next. The walkie-talkies had long been broken, batteries removed. Still, one night around 2 a.m., static buzzed through the speaker, and a faint voice said, "I didn't mean to see. I'm sorry." 10 years later, Mia Lawson's disappearance is one of Chicago's most haunting modern mysteries. Her story is discussed in crime podcasts, urban legend forums, and online communities dedicated to cold cases. To date, no body has ever been found, no suspect has ever been arrested, and no one has successfully identified Eli C. Some believe Mia stumbled upon a trafficking route. Others think she was mistaken for someone else. A few online sleuths believe the tunnels under Lower Wacker are part of a broader cover-up, with whispers of organized crime, corrupt officials, and deep city secrets buried below the pavement. But none of it brings Mia back. Closing line for the video hook for viewers. Mia Lawson vanished during her final ride of the night, a simple drive through the heart of Chicago. But what she didn't know is that some streets have no return. And as long as Eli walks free, the ride may never truly be over. For years, the case went cold. But then, something changed. In April 2019, 5 years after Mia's disappearance, a college radio station in downtown Chicago received a bizarre interference signal during a live overnight broadcast. The DJ, a student named Logan Hill, was airing a routine midnight playlist when the feed cut out for exactly 47 seconds. When it came back, listeners flooded the phone lines, all asking the same question. Who was that woman whispering? Audio engineers pulled the file. What they heard was disturbing. A woman's voice, faint and distorted, saying, "It's dark. I can hear them walking. They said I don't exist." Then silence. Then the music resumed. The station tower had no record of interference. Logan swore he hadn't touched the console. The audio, it didn't match any clip in the digital queue. Investigators analyzed the voice, and it bore a 90% match to Mia Lawson's final voicemail to her sister. The incident sparked renewed interest in Mia's case. It also caught the attention of a local hacker and digital sleuth named Dylan Cross, known online as Nulltrace. Dylan had long speculated that Chicago's utility tunnels, particularly those under Lower Wacker, housed more than just old pipes and rats. He claimed to have discovered signal packets bouncing through unused city fiber lines, fragments of voice, untagged metadata, and something that resembled a ping from Mia's original phone. Most dismissed Dylan as a conspiracy theorist, but then he posted this to Reddit. "I found something in the tunnels. It's not just old junk down there. I think someone's still listening, and maybe she's still talking." 2 days later, Dylan disappeared. His apartment was found unlocked. His computers were wiped clean. All that remained was a sticky note left on his desk. "She's not alone." Detectives reopened Mia's case under a new task force, now connecting it to 3 other missing rideshare drivers over a span of 6 years. All victims were female, between ages 25 to 32, working late-night shifts. Last ride requested by anonymous accounts with similar patterns. A previously overlooked detail emerged. All victims accepted a ride near the River North area, but one driver, Julia Fenton, who vanished in 2018, never made it to the pickup. Instead, her dashcam captured something shocking. A man approaching her window in a gray hoodie, then walking away after making a phone call. That man had 2 different colored eyes. When police attempted to trace the number from the dashcam timestamp, it led to a disconnected landline registered to an abandoned post office, right above the old underground tunnels. In July 2020, an urban explorer named Tasha Villarreal posted a grainy video on YouTube titled, "Lower Wacker Tunnel, You Won't Believe What I Found." In the video, Tasha explores the restricted underground tunnels with a flashlight. Around minute 14, the beam catches something in the darkness. A woman standing against a wall. Her hair is matted. Her hands are raised. She appears terrified. But when Tasha calls out, the woman runs, disappearing into a side shaft. Tasha follows, only to find nothing. The comment section erupted. "That looks like Mia. Is this real or fake? Her face. I swear that's her." The video was taken down 3 days later. Tasha hasn't uploaded since. In October 2021, a new condo development near Lower Wacker was halted after construction workers broke through a false wall. Behind it, a small room, soundproofed. Inside were a folding metal chair with leather restraints, an old tape recorder with "Play Me" scrawled in red, and a rideshare decal from Mia's vehicle. The tape played a series of desperate messages. One, barely audible, said, "They bring us here. He makes us forget. He says no one will believe us." Fingerprints lifted from the scene matched 2 of the missing drivers, including Mia. Police now believed that this location may have been a holding site, part of a larger network below the city used for kidnapping, brainwashing, and possibly trafficking. Still, the identity of Eli C., or whoever operated under that alias, remained unknown, until one final lead. In January 2023, an arrest was made in connection to a series of break-ins near the old tunnels. The man in custody? Leland Cray, a former city utility worker fired in 2012 for trespassing in unauthorized areas beneath downtown. Mugshots revealed. One brown eye, one blue eye. His prints matched those lifted from the basement room wall. When questioned about Mia Lawson, he responded with just 4 words. She was too curious. A deeper search of Cray's off-grid property unearthed dozens of rideshare IDs, burner phones, and clippings of news articles about the missing drivers. One room was lined with photos of tunnel maps, notes about signal loss points, and a list of names. Mia's was at the top. Despite the evidence, Cray never confessed. In fact, days before his trial, he was found dead in his cell, an apparent suicide. But his final note chilled investigators. "There's more below. I only watched the gate. Where is Mia?" To this day, Mia Lawson's body has never been recovered. Some believe Cray was part of a larger ring, using the tunnels to trap women, selected based on their digital habits, routes, and isolation. Others insist that Mia escaped, that she still roams the darkness below Chicago, helping other victims survive, whispering through faulty cables and hacked signals. There are even stories, unconfirmed, but chilling, of riders hearing whispers when passing beneath Lower Wacker in the dead of night. Don't stop. Don't look. Don't trust the rider. Mia Lawson's story may have begun with a late-night fare, but what she uncovered was more than a passenger. It was a gateway into the city's darkest secret, one still echoing beneath our feet. So the next time your GPS reroutes, ask yourself, what if the road is leading you to someone who never came back? For more chilling true crime stories, hit the subscribe button below.